This is The Short Pour, your 15-minute quick hit of wine, beer, spirits, and the stories that bring them to life. We're your hosts, Rick DeLucio and Shannon Cole, wine educators, sommeliers, and drink lovers based in sunny Southern California. Today, it's nearly the end of summer, and we're trading in our ice wine for herbs and heading to the sun-washed lavender fields and coastal breezes of southern France. We're talking about Provence Rosé, the other pink wine that set the standard for dry, elegant, effortlessly drinkable rosé. And we're pouring one of the most recognizable bottles in the category, Whispering Angel by Château d'Esclans. If you think of rosé and immediately picture a pale pink wine chilling in an ice bucket on a sun-drenched patio, chances are you're imagining a wine from Provence. This region in southern France isn't just the spiritual home of rosé, it's the global standard. Winemaking here dates back over 2,000 years to the ancient Greeks who settled in now Marseille. Of course, those early wines were nothing like the crisp, elegant styles we know today. In Provence, rosé isn't an afterthought, it's a way of life. Over 90% of all wine here produced is rosé, and the region has built its identity around this refreshing, food-friendly style. These wines are typically pale in color, dry in style, and bursting with citrus, stone fruit, and herbal notes, capturing the essence of Mediterranean lifestyle in a glass. And then there's Whispering Angel, the wine that arguably turned Provence Rosé into a pop culture phenomenon. Created by Sacha Lichine at Château d'Esclans in 2006, it took pale pink wine and gave it star power. Whispering Angel has been called the rosé that started it all, or at least the one that got millennials to take rosé seriously. Celebs like Adele, the Beckhams, and Lady Gaga were spotted with it, and at one point it became the highest-selling French wine in the United States, beating out Champagne and Bordeaux. Not bad for something pink and under screw cap. The success of Whispering Angel also helped redefine the look and feel of modern rosé. Curvy bottles, glass closures, elegant fonts, and that dreamy aesthetic. Rosé all day became a cultural shift. Provence rosé may seem breezy and casual, but its rise is one of the most remarkable success stories in modern wine. What began as a humble seasonal drink for farmers and fishermen has evolved into a year-round international lifestyle beverage. Today, rosé from Provence is synonymous with luxury, warm weather, and effortless chic. And yet it still feels relaxed, accessible, and food-friendly. But this wine isn't just about looks. Provence spans from the foothills of the Alps to the Mediterranean Sea and is characterized by a charming landscape of rolling vineyards, sun-drenched olive groves, native herbs, and limestone ridgelines. Many vineyards benefit from a mix of cooling coastal sea breezes, higher elevations, and that famous Provençal sunlight, conditions that help grapes retain acidity while ripening slowly and evenly. You'll also hear people talk about the garrigue, a French term for the wild, fragrant scrubland filled with rosemary, thyme, juniper, and sage that thrives in this region. That herbal character often finds its way into wines themselves, especially in the more serious, site-expressive bottlings, adding a savory lift to all that bright fruit and crisp minerality. Provence Rosé has challenged the wine world to rethink what it means to make serious wine. It's not about the heavy oak or extended aging. It's about freshness, balance, and a sense of place. In an era that values sustainability and transparency, rosé fits in perfectly. Lower in alcohol, minimally manipulated, and often organically farmed. Rosé from Provence is governed by strict AOC rules. It's typically a blend of Grenache, Cinsault, Syrah, Mourvedre, and occasionally Rolle, which is also known as Vermentino. Most are made using direct press, not saignée, to preserve clarity and precision. While much of it is intended to be enjoyed young, top producers craft rosés with depth and texture and subtlety that can develop beautifully with time. Ultimately, Provence Rosé helped redefine what pink wine could be. It's dry, it's serious, it's food-friendly, and yes, it's Instagrammable. But beyond the aesthetic, it opened the door for winemakers to explore rosé as a true expression of terroir. To talk about Whispering Angel is to speak about Sacha Lichine, a man who helped turn Provence Rosé into a global phenomenon. The son of a legendary Bordeaux figure, Alexis Lichine, Sacha took a bold step in 2006 when he purchased Château d'Esclans, a largely overlooked estate nestled in the heart of Provence. His goal? To elevate rosé to the level of fine wine and to prove that pink could be just as prestigious as red or white. He did it with style, technology, and ambition, introducing oak aging and Burgundian winemaking methods to the production of rosé. His flagship cuvée, Garou, became the world's most expensive still rosé, fermented and aged in French oak and praised for its complexity and age-worthiness. I've had this wine, and I can confirm it does not drink like a rosé. It drinks like the most amazing white wine you've ever had in your life. But it was Whispering Angel, his more approachable and less expensive bottling, that truly sparked the revolution. The name Whispering Angel isn't just poetic branding. It was inspired by a piece of art. Inside the chapel at Château d'Esclans, there's a sculpture of cherubs leaning toward each other as if in a hushed conversation. Sacha Lichine was taken by the image and its quiet intimacy it suggested. He saw it as a metaphor for the wine itself, elegant, subtle, and meant to be savored in good company. In a world full of bold reds and flashy marketing, Whispering Angel stands out by keeping things soft, refined, and unmistakably French. D'Esclans Whispering Angel Rosé is primarily made from Grenache, Cinsault, and Rolle, which, again, is also known as Vermentino. It's fermented in stainless steel to preserve purity and freshness with no oak aging. What you get is a pale salmon pink wine with crystalline clarity. On the nose, it's delicate yet expressive with notes of peach skin and strawberry, white cherry, for sure blossoms. There's like this hint of grapefruit zest that's there as well. Okay, let's taste this thing. On the palate, it's dry and crisp and clean, light-bodied but pretty sharp. The finish is refined with just like a whisper of savory herbal notes to complement the salty. There's just like a salty minerality and citrus peel. My mouth is really salivating. It's the kind of wine that disappears really quickly in warm weather. And as I sit here recording this today, I think it's another 90-degree day in Southern California, and it's going to go quick. I'd give this 88 points. I'd give it a good to very good rating, but a B- for value. Expect to pay about $20 to $25 retail, kind of depending on where you get it from. While you're getting something polished and iconic, it feels a bit unremarkable at the same time. Perhaps in my opinion, a little too perfectly engineered. But it is reliable and it is pretty broadly appealing. But maybe this is something you only reach for when nothing else seems appealing. Provence Rosé isn't just pretty, it's one of the most versatile wines at the table. Its crisp acidity and delicate fruit make it ideal for everything from light Mediterranean fare to spicy Thai dishes to sushi. A classic pairing, niçoise salad, tuna, olives, anchovy, egg, and vinaigrette, all lifted by the wine's freshness. Or just keep it kind of breezy and lighthearted and go with some herbed goat cheese and crackers by the pool. But you could also go pretty beachy with this. Grilled shrimp skewers, watermelon, and a feta salad, or maybe even a lobster roll. Whispering Angel's dry profile allows it to shine, pairing well with everything from charcuterie boards to sushi. And let's be honest, sometimes the best pairing is just a patio or pool and a nice chilled glass. So, what did we learn from our stroll through Provence and this iconic pale pink? First off, rosé, it doesn't have to be sweet, simple, or second rate. Done right, it's a refined, expressive wine category with roots, rigor, and reach. Whispering Angel isn't just a lifestyle bottle, it's a gateway to profound rosé appreciation. In Provence, it remains the gold standard: coastal breezes, sun-soaked vines, and that unmistakable elegance in a glass. Thanks for joining us on The Short Pour. Drink what you love, and remember, pink doesn't mean lightweight or sweet. Always pair it with good food, good company, and a little Provençal daydreaming. Until next time, cheers.